As you all may know, that when it comes to the heavy hitter slot, we get people that have walked the journey before, a lot of people that have sacrificed a lot, lost a lot of money, made a lot of mistakes, and accumulated all of the blessings that they have today. And such a person who's done extremely well from building a brand from scratch and being in charge of a whole lot of other brands and growing in business is the amazing, the inspirational Mama Connie Mashaba. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, I don't know if this quote will sound familiar to your ears. Do not put your happiness in somebody else's pocket. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, it does. This is the quote that is on my board. It's written by my daughter. She always comes to the office because I think it's important for her to know and to see what I do.
Yes.
And so she always comes up with all these quotes. One day it's this one day it's this one. It inspires me. That's why I don't sort of remove it, from the board.
Now, you created and started a brand and it's still existing today. How was it, especially back in those days?
I think those days were quite difficult, but I think perhaps what made us to succeed was just commitment, the passion to want to succeed. Because when you're poor, and the minute you taste something, what happened is Herman, my husband, was a dropout from university, and he decided to sell from the boot of his car. So he made a lot of money from the commission. And I think once you taste that and you can see that you can make it, nothing is going to stop you. So that's how he came up with the brand. He used to work for a manufacturing company as a salesperson, and he saw the opportunities. And he was very fortunate in the sense that he had a good rapport with the salon owners at the time. And that's how he decided, let's just start. And I used to be a junior bookkeeper at South & Sons. And he invited me, and then we started the company together.
So Black Like Me is like from 85 to now it's
31
years old.
Yes.
3 decades.
Yes.
And how difficult was it to start a company with your husband?
I think the difficult part was that it was during the apartheid. So you were not allowed to work in metropolitan areas of South Africa. So we were sort of banished to work in the homelands. And at the time there was no infrastructure. We had to, we didn't have a phone for 6 months. So you can imagine fortunately we had a car phone. So each time we had to do some orders, talk to the clients, we used to do that. So it was very difficult, but I think in a way we did not attract, being in a homeland, we did not attract the challenges that were in South Africa then. And because of the relationship that was built with the salons and with other suppliers, it wasn't really that bad. I think we were very, very blessed because of the relationship, the passion, the way we all worked together, because it was the 4 of us. It was Herman, my husband, as a sales, the other guy, and another gentleman was a chemist, and I ran the office. So I did everything in the office, from bookkeeping, from closing, from cleaning, and everything. And I think one of the things that really made us to succeed was that everyone wanted to succeed. Our hair, was, we had this nice, not easy hair.
Yes.
So the minute you see your hair with a perm, you look beautiful, it gives you that confidence. And we wanted to see women and men looking very good.
How did the Black Like Me brand evolve over the years?
What happened, you have to adapt, and it's not easy sometimes to adapt. So what happened with Black Like Me, we still regard it as a perm product, even up to now. And then we came up with another brand called Perfect Choice, which is your relaxer, kind of technology. And with time, now you will see we have a lot of ladies wearing the weaves and the wigs, which we are not in that market. But what we do, we come up with complementary products, like your ocean spray, like hair food, because even when you wear your weaves and wigs, you still have to look after your natural hair. So that's what we do. Each time we have to look at the new trends, like we're launching Black Like Me Naturals.
Okay.
We believe that we see a lot of people are really going back to the basics, and we say, how do we cater for that market as well? So thank God now we're in with AMCA. We have a lot of technologies within AMCA in terms of your braids, your locks, your perms. So we can offer as much technologies as possible.
I love when you bring in the AMCA part, which
Yes.
you sold 49% stake to. What prompts or what inspires or encourages an entrepreneur to sell 49% of this business that they've started many years ago to a humongous company like AMCA?
You see, there are many reasons why people sell their brands. First of all, you don't want to remain small when other people are growing. So you want to be part of the growth. And secondly, I think with AMCA, they were already rooted in other African countries and other countries overseas as well. And we thought, why do we want to remain, where we are when we can partner with them? Because also, when you partner with someone, there has to be some kind of chemistry, that trust. So we had a relationship before, and one day, we were talking, and they said, why don't we just, come together? And we looked at the economies of scale, and we found that it was easier for us to get together because then you grow quicker, And I think when I look at the benefits for me, because when I ran Black Like Me as a standalone, I had to look into manufacturing, I had to look into supply chain, I had to look into everything. Right now, the good thing is that we've got SBUs, strategic business units. So now my focus now is on marketing. So every area has a specialty. So someone in procurement, I don't have to worry about procurement. So it's giving me that time to focus on what I know best than having to worry about other back office.
And it's an interesting thing that you sold to AMCA, but you're here in the running of the operations to take care of your brand.
Yeah.
And it's still existing.
I think it's important because I am the custodian of Black Like Me.
You know what it stands for.
I
know its
know what it
values.
stands
You built
for.
it.
So, sometimes when you get into a bigger organization, your brand gets lost.
It can easily get lost.
It gets lost. So I was worried about it, especially now that we are many brands within AMCA. So I run sort of a private equity company, and I also run Black Like Me. So that is where my focus is going to be.
Mama Connie Mashaba, you remain an inspiration to a lot of not only women or young ladies, to a lot of us entrepreneurs. May you continue playing that role in our society.